Stand by. Yeah, right now with this K4PEW net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. We're starting the net here on 146.415, but first, if there's any emergency traffic, don't hesitate to jump into the net and just say so. We'll try to help you any way we can. For information on the net, you can go right now to YouTube and see the display on my radio, which will give you an indication what your signal strength is compared to others. And you can also hear stations you might not otherwise hear. You can also go to 146.415.net and see information on Simplex, or you can go to groups.io and sign up for our email list, or it's really just a reminder list. We do pass some emails about information, but it's 99.9% ham radio, and you can buy and sell equipment there and ask technical questions. It's a big help to a lot of people. Or you can send me an email at k4pew@arrl.net, and I only take dumb questions. So, well, no, I only give dumb answers. That's the way it goes, dumb answers. Or I kick it to somebody who does know the answer. The net normally meets at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night, and of course we start the net here on 146.415, and then we move on to tonight we're moving on to 144.240 upper sideband, which we forgot to do last Saturday, and then moving on to 50.135 on 6 meters upper sideband, and then to 223.415 our secret frequency, which seems to be holding the frequency pretty well because not many people we only have 6 or 8 check-ins. But we're doing fine. We're doing fine. It's really secret. Nobody knows about it. Purpose of that is to have fun. Figure out what you can hear, what you can't hear, why you can't hear it, and where you're going to find the cash to improve the situation if your banker, which was your XYL, or your banker, which is also your XYL, to determine if you have the funds necessary to make improvements. No fair telling them it's for technical information regarding the televisions you have. Let's see. The announcements tonight. We got the nets tonight. We got those 3 nets. This is net number 1068. We're starting from the north. But what else we got? I already told that. And we also have a 10-meter net tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. I say we, Michael, KM4YRF. He does a net at 7:30 on 28.415, and then he moons everybody. He's got a video. He moves over to let's see. Oh yeah, he moves over to FM on 10 meters, and then he moves over to C4 FM, which is Yaesu Fusion, which nobody else in the entire universe, galaxy, or infinity does that I'm aware of. Does all 3 nets. The trifecta of 10 meters. Does a great job. A great addition to the ham radio hobby in the entire world. I'm not sure the entire world knows about it though. Is there any other announcements we need to know about? All right, I guess that wraps that up. I am on the right frequency. Yep. And I am getting out apparently. I see a signal on the screen of both of my PC screen as well as on my radio screen. Started out a little bit of rush this evening because I didn't have everything set up properly from switching over. I was doing something earlier and it's just making a mess of things. But it's back to normal, I think, other than the screen on my radio looks like it's cattywampus. That's a southern term, by the way. It means all wacky. Is there nothing else for the net? No other announcements? No, we had a great breakfast morning, by the way. Scott, K1 SPD, and his son, Scott Jr., which I forget his called. I think it's K4 SPD, I believe. I believe that's it. Checked in. I mean, they were at the breakfast this morning. We had a good time. There was 8 of us. Good crowd. I wish there were more. You would have had it. All enjoyed the fun. Oh, the frivolities and oh man, they threw us out after a while. Just after the police and the fire showed up. Okay, we're going to move right on then. This is net number 1068, starting from the north, but we're going to take check-ins from the short-in-time, mobile, or first-time check-ins. Please come now. Got none of those? So we're going to start from the north. Please come now. All right, we got Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India. You sound really good tonight there, Wes.
Yes, and I'm actually watching on YouTube now because I want to see my S-meter reading from Possumtown. No, everything's good here. A little wet, but had a good, warmer, productive day. I'm hoping for weather that is not antenna damaging later. No, everything's good. KE4 TWR.
Yep, I'm with you. I actually went out and worked today. I washed both cars, if you can believe it. First time I washed them in about a year. it was ugly. Anyway, that was Wes, KE4 TWI. He's in Possumtown. Good signal. Who else is short on time? Oh no, from the north. Please come now. No more north.
KD4GON.
KD4GON. Mr. Construction, what's going on, Danny?
Oh, it's going. They laying tile today and tomorrow.
How much tile?
3 rooms. The laundry room, my new radio room, and the bathroom.
Oh, okay. So it's all ceramic tile in those 3 rooms, and the rest of the house isn't ceramic?
Right. The bedroom and the hallway will be hardwood.
Oh, okay. That's nice. That's nice. I was going to say I used to like carpet, but not really. I realized how hard it is to keep up.
Right. Well, I figured, in the laundry room, tile, of course, bathroom tile, and in the radio room, you're always soldering and doing things, so it'd be easier to keep clean.
Yeah, spilling coffee and food, that kind of stuff too.
Right.
That's me. And the dogs hang out in here too, so it's also a problem for them. All right, anything else, Danny?
That's it.
All right, very good. That was Danny, Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November up in Station Camp near Cottontown. Good signal, by the way. Who else is? It should be. It's not that far, but it does have a good signal for his backup antenna, I believe. Who else is north?
KD4VUW, Carlin Angel Town webpage.
Hello, Carlin. Everything well on a rainy night?
Hey, I guess so. I thought I'd just get in here and say hello. I happened to be listening while I was in there diddling on the radio and stuff. I'm on a different TS2000. I'm on the one that I bought new myself a couple years ago. It does a little more power. It does about 120 watts on 2 meters, which is what's pouring out of it right now. So the other one I've been talking on only does just a hair over 100. This is one of the, I don't know, about 2006 model 7 or something like that. Anyway, it seems to be doing okay. I had to replace the multi-channel encoder on it. It got where it was kind of flaky, and after I got that in place, I thought, well, I'll hook it up and talk on the thing. Hadn't talked on it in quite a while, so anyway, I'm back on this one now. So that's it. Hope everybody's having a good night tonight. Staying warm. Hoping it's not getting flooded out or anything. I think the flood's going to show up about 11 o'clock average, somewhere about that time tonight. So anyway, I guess that's all we got to say, and I'll turn it back over to you, Paul. K4VW.
Man, they just continued at TS2000. How many years ago? 10?
No, let's see. I was thinking it might have been about 17. They discontinued in America, but then they continued it over in Europe for a couple of more years. So I don't know. But anyway, this one here's got bipolar transistors in the finals, where the other one is a newer model, one of the last ones made, and they had completely revamped the RF power board and went to FETs on the outputs on the HF and on the VHF. VHF, UHF. So that's the difference. The radios look identical on the outside, but there's like 3 different service manuals for these 2000s. You got to know which one you got, when you go in there, because there's things that's been changed, and like the very first ones in 2000 was a whole lot different from the ones that was around about, I guess, 2008, I reckon. And then as they progressed on through time, the last couple of years, they went to some other changes and stuff, and then they went out of production, you know. So good radios, they're good solid radio. I don't know. A lot of people said they were ugly, but you know, I don't care what radio it is. I'm not gonna kiss one.
No, nor do I care what it looks like, as long as it works.
Really, I don't know. Beats me. But anyway, it seems to be a good, reliable radio. So I've noticed that a lot of guys that posted them and stuff like that, they'll say, well, I got rid of mine, but then a couple months later, I wish I hadn't. I bought another one. Then I kept it a while, and then I got rid of it. And then I wished I hadn't, and then I bought another, and I'm going like, golly. That's kind of expensive doing that, so I don't know. All right, well, I'll hush up then, turn it back over to you and let you get some more check-ins. Anyway, K4VW.
Yeah, very good, Carlin. Yeah, the TS2000 is a nice radio. I got talked out of that when I first got into ham radio. I said, nah, that's a little big, too much radio for you. And they were probably right. It was also too much money compared to I bought the 897D at the time, and it was about, I don't know, $1,000, and the TS2000 was a lot more than $1,000. It was more than, no, it wasn't even that. I think it was $800, and the TS2000 was $1,500 or $1,700 or something like that. I don't remember now. Anyway, that was Carlin in Angeltown, Bethpage, Kilo Delta 4, Victor, Uniform Whiskey, and with a big signal. Who else is north? Well, there's a nice squelch break. Anybody north? No, not hearing a word. Over to the west.
KO4 OTV.
Hello, Joel. Anything good? It's not raining up there?
Oh, man, is it ever. I can barely hear it. That metal roof in here, man, it makes it loud.
You're not supposed to live in the barn.
Well, it's, I spray foam the ceiling here to kind of damper it a little, but I wish it does, but it's still loud.
Is it really raining hard over there?
Oh, yeah, it's pretty moderate here. It's heading your way, actually.
Huh. Because they said it was going to really be rough until about midnight, they said, but I guess I misread it or something. But anyway, I'm glad. Anyway, I like having the rain out there. I just don't want too much of it.
Oh, I'm with you. And I mean, out here, they're expecting the most. I think I saw a run earlier, like 3.5, 3.7, something like that, just west of Nashville.
3.7 inches?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's too much. Too much. Well, very good. Anything else for the net, Joel?
No, that's it for me. I'll catch y'all on the next one, KO4 OTV.
Yeah, what we need is that, what was that TV pastor who said he got the hurricane to move and not hit the Virginia coast?
Oh, I remember the Olstein, and when Harvey hit, he wouldn't let people into his church.
Oh, that was a different issue, yeah. No. Yeah, the guy, I think he said, the other guy, I can't think of his name. It was the PT, no. I forget who it was. I can't remember his name. Isn't that awful? I didn't follow him at all, but anyway, he said that he had prayed and he got it moved. Anyway, that was Joel, KO4OTV, and he's in Ashland City. Who else is west before we get into a religious conversation here?
KG4ILV.
Okay. I hope you're praying and we don't get 4 inches of rain and wash out your garden there, Jack.
Well, if they do, I'll just put in my rice.
Yeah, that's true. Can you imagine working in that all day?
Do what?
Imagine working in a rice paddy all day.
No way. I think they're full of snakes, too.
Yeah, I never thought about that. That's disgusting.
Yeah, it is. Well, I hope we don't get that much, but I know we need some rain, but that's a little too much of a good thing right there.
Well, it's not like we can stop it or make it more or less. It's really it's awful really. When you think, I was down in Florida, this is some years ago, back in the 90s. We had a 10-year drought. In other words, it was way under, and we had adult trees, mature trees and mature shrubs. I had several in my yard that died. Mature trees were dying. It was unbelievable how bad the drought was.
Yeah, I hate to see the toll it takes on nature, but anyway, I'll let somebody else check in. It was good seeing everybody at the breakfast this morning, and I'll let somebody else check in. KG4ILV.
Yeah, it's like we said this morning, like that, what's his name, Dusty says, we're having a good time. Anyway, that was Jack, Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor, He's in Donaldson. He was at the breakfast with us this morning. And the highlight of our day. Who else is West?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
Man, you should have been there, man.
I was late again.
Yeah, very good. Everything going okay?
Yeah, I'm doing good. It's still sunny here.
Oh, is that right? Good. Because it's they said the rain's coming this way, and I said the weather forecast didn't have it until, like I said, midnight. And it also showed like maximum of about 16-mile-an-hour winds. So I don't think it's going to be too bad.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I say, it's sunny and about 75 degrees here.
Oh man, you ought to be out getting a tan.
Yeah, I did that when I was out raking leaves. I think I got burnt.
Yeah, it was a great day for me to wash both cars because it was cool enough. It wasn't even work out there. We just felt great.
Yeah, that's why the rain's coming.
Well, I was trying to do that. Yeah, I was trying to bring the rain in sooner. Well, very good. Anything else, Greg?
Oh, KD4 CV.
Very good. That's Greg in Antioch, Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo. Who else is west? Going down to the south.
K4 Kevkin.
Nice to see you at your breakfast this morning there, Tony.
Nice to be seen.
Yeah. Sorry you had to leave so soon.
Well, I had things to do.
Oh, man. And not the rest of us. We just hang out and don't do nothing all day.
Yeah, well, you have your priorities. I have mine.
No, we did all right. Saturday, my wife gets to sleep in because she's got to go to work at 5 o'clock in the evening until 2 in the morning. So she kind of stays laying low.
Yeah, and it's raining like a son of a gun down here south of Nashville.
Oh, really? I haven't looked outside, so and I can't easily look out the window, so I'm not going to do it while I'm on the air here. Anything else for the net?
Nope, that's it. K4 Kevkin.
That is Mr. Tony, Kilo Foxtrot 4, Kilo Foxtrot, Quebec, in Smyrna. Formerly grew up in Jolton, as I remember. Who else is west or south? I believe that's Larry. Can somebody confirm that for me? Because it was really rough.
It is. Oh, Barry.
Ah, very good, Larry. Good to have you in there. Do you know how many we had on the net, on the D-Star net? Was that a 5?
Roger.
Very good. Good to have you in there, Larry. I'll move on because I'm really having a hard time hearing you. But that's Larry in Rockville. He did the D-Star net. He does it every Saturday night at 7:15, and it was 5 check-ins on D-Star. So you got D-Star. Make sure to check in. So one of us will be able to hear you. Please. We need more check-ins on D-Star. We also need more check-ins on DMR and C4FM. We're the only guys in the whole area I'm aware that have a regular DMR, D-Star, and C4FM net on Saturday nights. Anyway, anybody else south?
Kilo Echo 4, Tango Yankee Juliet.
Hey, Jimmy, what's up?
Not much. Just happy to be here.
Up on the mountainside.
I like to call it home.
Oh yeah, no, you're in a good spot. I'd like to have a place like that out and not close to other people.
Yeah, that is the reason for being here.
Yeah, really. How long did it take you to find that site?
I don't know. I think we looked for 6 months, and we happened across it. This has been 10 years ago now.
Oh right, no, but the house was already built, right?
Yeah, it is already built.
Cool. Yeah, it sounds like you got a good location. I've not been there, but it sounds great.
Yeah, there's been a couple people stop by up here. KE4 TWI, he's been out here a couple times. I think he was going to move in or wanted to.
You probably liked your full wave 160 loop.
Hey, you might. I don't know, but yeah, I like it out here. For me, it checks the boxes that I like.
Do you get many animals, critters running around?
Oh yeah, it's like Jumanji. It's pretty bad sometimes.
No bears?
Not yet. I got occasional bobcat that walks through the yard and kind of know where he hangs out. Many deer, possums, and then your raccoons and other various critters. Lots of deer.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of deer, but we got deer that are often in my yard almost every night. And Plus, like you said, we got raccoons, possums. Haven't seen an armadillo yet. They may show up when I'm not looking. Possums is here. Oh, groundhogs. It's another one. And man, I got a hawk who really likes my backyard. I don't know why. Maybe it's the dogs or we don't let the cats out, so I'm not sure why he's in our backyard.
Well, I do have an armadillo that has took up residency in the side yard. Turkeys walking down the road. Just walking down the road. We have it all.
I have seen turkeys, yeah, and I've also seen, let's see, turkeys, what else? Oh, yeah, I was some other those long-legged ones, whatever they call them.
Well, one day, just finish this up real quick. Strange things. A road down the holler that goes on out here. I have to take every day. This is like 1:30 in the morning. I'm on the way to work, and I thought my eyes were being, playing tricks on me. Almost hit an ostrich walking down the middle of the road at 1:30 in the morning.
What, somebody got an ostrich farm down there?
I think he just has a ostrich, but yeah, he was out, and it was a thing. It's one of the stranger things I've almost hit. It was an ostrich.
Next, you were hoping you run into a road runner next.
Well, Wile E. Coyote. We have coyotes too, owls and all that. But yeah, it was just strange to almost hit an ostrich. It's like this thing's supposed to be in a zoo.
I know. Any wild hogs?
No, not yet.
Oh, very good. Yeah, they seem to not be around. I haven't heard of any in this vicinity. We had some in Florida, and of course we had. They're really prevalent, I think, in where you came from in the Carolinas. Weren't there a lot of wild hogs?
Yeah, in the mountains, there is getting quite a few. It's a pest, and I think over here in eastern Tennessee, they're starting to become a problem too. But yeah, it's domesticated hogs that got loose, and it doesn't take them long to turn ferals, from what I've heard. All right, I'll let you get back to that. Thanks for letting me jump in there and say hey and chew the fat for a little bit. Again, one of these days I was working today, so I couldn't make the breakfast, but I'd like to get out there and say hi to y'all again. KG4TYJ.
Yeah, very good, man. I've seen those feral hogs. Well, that's the one I saw recent. The most recent one was he was tearing up somebody's front yard with his nose or her nose. Man, it looked like a plow. I couldn't believe how destructive those pigs are in the yard. Anyway, that was Jim Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet, and he's in Woodbury. Who else is a great signal, by the way? Who else is south or east?
KM4YRF.
All right. So is Rick doing okay?
Yeah, Rick is. He's coming along really, really good.
You still got the collar on?
Yeah, unfortunately, he's going to have to wear that for at least probably a couple more weeks, if not longer.
Yeah, I've never had to do that one, but yeah, being restricted, it is restrictive, obviously, and it's hard to sleep.
Well, yeah, and it's I think that's the worst part of the recovery right now is that collar is just really bothersome.
Well, you got to do what you got to do, you know. A man's got to do what he's got to do.
Well, I reckon that his recovery is being better than they told him that he could be in the hospital, but he's doing good.
Well, that's because he's bordering on Superman.
Maybe so. He's going to be loaded with hardware. I know that.
He literally got screwed.
He literally got screwed.
Oh man, I don't want any of that. I really don't. I hope I never have to do that one. I've already got enough bodily distortions from accidents. Anything else, Mike?
No, that's all. Paul, is the time correct on your radio screen? Is showing 13:23 Zulu?
Let's see. If it's 8 o'clock here, it'd be 4. That would make it 5 hours. It would be the correct time if it's 5 hours away from us. I don't know if that's correct or not. I'd have to look.
Well, the reason I'm asking is because my radio that what's its name program, it says 7:15 Zulu, so I've got to figure out how to change that.
Hook it up to take your USB thingy and tie it into your computer, and it'll do it, I think, automatically.
All right, that's a good deal then. That's all I got. Back to net control.
I'm pretty sure it'll do that. Pretty sure. Not positive, but pretty sure. You might have to have the software with it, but I don't remember. I haven't done it in so long, I don't recall. Because I didn't even notice that it was accurate, but I don't remember redoing it to make it accurate. Anyway, just showed you. Man, I was messing with this, some other radios and reprogramming them, and it's driving myself crazy. Because I had to remember where everything, how to do it, and that's the hard part. Remembering how to do stuff. All right, that was Michael, KM4YRF. He's here in Mount Juliet. He does the net when I'm not available. In fact, he helped with the net this past Wednesday. Does a fine job, by the way. Who else is East? Alpha Echo 4 Golf Radio. How are you doing tonight? Forgive me, I've forgotten your first name. Oh, yeah, you got a really rough signal tonight. Well, it's usually better than this. All right, no, very good. I can still understand you. It's just it's rougher than the last time I remember talking to you. All right, very good. Anything else for the net, John? Oh, I say, anything else for the net, John? Very good. Yeah, we're all doing fine. My wife wants more Christmas presents, so that was Alpha Echo 4 Golf Radio. That's John, and it's a funny signal. I think he's messing with his antenna. He had problems, but anyway, who else is East? Nobody else East? How about North? We already did North. We got North, South, East, and West. We only had 13, 12. Because, of course, it's a holiday weekend still. Everybody's recovering from Christmas. They had to sell their radios in order to buy presents for their XYLs. Anybody else, any place, anywhere? Please come now. No, we got nothing. We got a whole bunch of 12 in here. We're going to look for... we're looking for our sandbaggers, lollygaggers, lurkers, skulkers, slackers, lackeys, toadies, lackards, repeater kachunkers, shape-shifting lizard people, scanner listeners who have to email me or text me if they know my text number, and people who believe people are living inside the moon or that they're occupied by aliens using it as a satellite. Pretty reliable satellite, I gotta say. And there's also the ones who have the people who have encampments on the backside of the moon, like permanent encampments, the Chinese or the Russians or somebody. And then, of course, who else? The people who live inside the Earth. And the deniers, the moon landing deniers and the flat Earth deniers. No, the flat Earth believers and the flat Earth deniers. So, is there any of those? I think I heard Kilo November 4 Echo Whiskey Delta. Is that correct?
Kilo November 4 Echo Whiskey Tango.
Ah, Tango. Very good. What's the first name there?
First name is Thomas. I live in Carthage, but I'm a delivery driver up here in Lebanon. I was trying to check in when you were calling for the East, and my dumb butt had my VFO set to my other monitor. And I was calling on the 2-meter calling frequency to you instead of this one.
Yeah, you won't get us over there. Right, occasionally we'll be over there, but not on our net nights anyway. So how's it going, Tom? How long you lived in Carthage?
I've lived there all my life. I can't stay on here long. I was actually pulled over in a parking lot to make sure I could get in. I'm headed back to the store. I'm a delivery driver for Domino's.
Oh, awesome. Very good. I think I remember you telling me that before. That's awesome. Don't come here because my wife will hijack the truck. That was Tom. He's mobile tonight and sitting in the parking lot. Kilo November 4 Echo Whiskey Tango, normally in Carthage. But how close are you right now?
I'm sitting in the Big Lots parking lot in Lebanon.
Oh, that's a heck of a delivery up there. You from Carthage? You did a delivery?
Yeah, I'm from Carthage, but I work at the Lebanon Domino's store.
Oh yes, I do remember you telling me that before. I'm sorry. Anyway, that's Tom, and he's in works out of the the pizza place. We're not supposed to talk about what we do anyway, but he delivers pizzas. Good signal, by the way, out of Lebanon on a mobile unit. Who else is any place anywhere?
Okay, M4Q.
Hello, Stan. How are you?
Doing pretty good, Paul. How about you?
I can't say I've been better at this age for sure.
Yeah, I heard that.
Everything going pretty smooth for you over the holidays?
Yeah, not too bad. How about you?
No problems. It's a typical things around the house that I have to do to work because my wife makes me.
I heard that.
No, she doesn't make me do that. But we had a good time this weekend. She had a long weekend, Thursday, Friday, all of Thursday, all of Friday, which is unusual. Normally only she has. It was Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. My mistake. So we had a good time. Anyway, anything else, Dan?
No, that's all, Paul. Back on that KM4Q.
All right, very good. That was Stan, and he's in Lebanon, just a little bit north of the town circle or whatever we're calling it. Kilo Mike 4 Hotel Quebec Echo. Big signal, of course. Who else is any place anywhere?
K4IDC.
Hello, latecomer. What's up, Robin?
Been a lovely Saturday at home. How about you?
Oh, it's been great. It's been a great day. I mean, I don't know if you heard me earlier. I went out and washed both the cars because it was such a nice, cool, non-sunny day, and it was nice.
With rain in the forecast.
Cars don't care if it's raining, do they?
Apparently not.
Doesn't matter. Well, no, I told my wife. She goes, "Why are you doing that?" I said, "It's because it's going to rain. I won't have to rinse them off."
Oh, you just leave the soap on and let it work. Huh?
No, I'm just saying it doesn't matter. That's the whole point. Is it? You'd be upset if you were like waxing the car. And then it just rained and while I wax, whatever. I don't wax the car. So.
All right. I took part in a webinar this morning hosted by one of the developers of the RF0 board that I'm tinkering with. Quite interesting.
Oh, really? I mean, what the RF0 does what?
Oh, it's an Arduino board. It's the Arduino Zero version of the board, but use it to develop the RF0 board, which is basically a board that you can program with an Arduino interface.
Oh, cool. Yeah, they've done a lot of things just over time. There've been a lot of things with both that Arduino and the Raspberry Pi.
Yeah, I haven't gotten into the RPi yet. I have one sitting here in a box.
I was messing with it, as you know, and I'd say I had a good time with it, but I never accomplished anything other than getting it all integrated into my huge mesh network. It was just me.
I did work a station in Brazil today on 10-meter FT8. That was kind of fun. Some 5,000 miles away with, what was it, 5 or 6 watts.
Yeah, FT8. It's amazing how you can't even see or hear a signal.
Well, I could see it.
Oh, could you even see it? I've seen it where on some of those digital modes you don't even see it. You go, there's nothing there. Who am I talking to?
Right. The band's dead now. At least 10 is. I haven't looked into it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's funny how 10 shuts down usually just, as soon as the sun sets,
Right.
Anyway, nothing else for the net?
Still got some Drake equipment available if anybody's interested. That'd be about all.
I think you're dreaming.
Well, maybe.
No, it's just, you have to, that's the kind of stuff you have to want. I mean, you really are, okay, yeah, I want it. And you don't even care what you pay for it.
Right. Well, it's similar vintage to a lot of the participants on the net.
Yeah, except I didn't, I entered it, I'm a latecomer to ham radio in terms of age. I was, 55 or something like that. So it was, Drake is just a name to me. It doesn't carry any weight.
Well, that's just because you haven't picked up the power supply.
That's right. I'm more, I came in when Bullfangs came in, so you can guess where I was.
I didn't know you were Chinese.
No, it's just funny. I remember It's really funny in ham radio when I think back on it. People are all complaining about the Bowfangs, and I thought it was hilarious because it's just a radio, man. Just they're cheap though, and they said no, none of them will work, and they're noisy. Okay, they've only sold about 10 million of them.
Well, sales numbers are indicative of one thing and one thing only.
Well, as I told you, I mean, it's amazing. When I realized when I bought a Bowfang, somebody may have told me that ahead of time. And then I went through the bands and I realized that on all I could transmit anywhere that the radio was programmed. In other words, if it was on the public service frequencies, I could transmit on those. If it was on anything, it wasn't locked out on anything. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising, but I guess they know it's like CBers, they know the FCC's not watching, so they can get away with stuff.
Well, I'm just surprised the FCC didn't do something about the import of them if they weren't going to meet the FCC requirements for standards that everybody else has to meet.
Yeah, and I wonder if the big three tried to do anything about it, because they apparently have to meet those standards.
Well, they all apparently do. I mean, I guess. And I really did read reports, some legitimate reviews, technical reviews that show that they were noisy, that they had transient eczema. No, they have problems, yeah, I guess. But anyway, they come in handy. I don't use mine very often, but it's, but again, I think we talked about it the other day. You can transmit on the MERS frequencies, on both the MERS frequencies, I think, the MERS and the MURS, not to mention FRS and GMRS.
MOUS.
Yeah, that's right. No, you know what I'm getting at. It just seems funny that but it's like anything else. When I told somebody that I could, I remember, I'm going to take you back about, let's see what year, how old am I, 76? I was about 50 years, at least 50 years ago, probably 60 years ago. I had a friend of my dad's came over, and he had a 50, it was around 1960, early 60s, and he had like a 56 or 57 Chevy, and he had this big ham radio in the car. I said, holy crap, he told me, let me go show you, and he shows me in the car, and he gets on the radio, mobile, and it's on AM, and he was talking to a guy in Texas. I was like, I couldn't believe it, and I said, well, and he was passing over radio stations. I said, you can transmit on, you go on those frequencies as well. He goes, yeah, I can, but I will not. He explained it to me. He says, yeah, you can get on it, and that's like us. I mean, a lot of things we can do, but we're not supposed to.
All right. Thanks for doing that. Carry on.
Yeah, very good. Okay, I can't break the record here, man. We're in 1,068. We're going for, let's see, how long do you think I'll live? I don't know how long. Anyway, that was Robin. Kilo 4, India Delta Charlie. He's here in south of me, next to Percy Priest Lake. Anybody else, any place, anywhere?
Kilo Oscar 4 is Sierra Whiskey, being a sandbagger.
Nothing wrong with being a sandbagger.
Yeah, well, just gotta wait and see what everybody else does first.
That's good. How are you doing? Looking forward to you coming to the breakfast.
Yeah, I was gonna try and make it today, but it didn't work out. But I think next week I'll be able to get there.
Yeah, no, it's always fun. It's always fun to get out and meet like-minded, so to speak, people.
How else are we gonna solve the world's problems if we don't meet?
I don't know. We actually ought to record them and then just send them up to the Pentagon and the Treasury Department, etc.
They couldn't do any worse.
It doesn't seem like they could. I mean, it's just so funny to me. Of course, the other problem is I remind myself. I really do remind myself. I got more opinions than most people have. I remind myself that we only are. We're that blind guy looking at an elephant. We really don't know what's going on in Washington, or, we only know what we see from the news, their perspective, and from what the government decides to tell us. So we just have a very tiny view of what's going on.
Well, so far we've survived, so hopefully it'll continue that way.
Yeah, it is. We have. You're right, and it's everybody. A lot of people, as you've heard recently, as a result of the election, all these people worrying about losing or gaining rights or losing money or losing jobs or moving out of the country. And you think, okay, look, maybe it's just young people who don't get it, but when you get to a certain age, and I've been through, I don't know, every president since Harry Truman, that's what I've seen. Now, although I don't remember much of Harry Truman. That was 1952, I think, and I was 3 years old. But it's just funny. Things still seem to work their way out, even though a lot of things come and go. So it's fun.
Yeah, it's funny how before the election people were saying, oh, don't vote for so-and-so, you may never get to vote again. Well, we've got this little document called the Constitution, and it doesn't matter what these morons say to get elected, they got to abide by it. So I think we'll be fine.
Well, and again, I think all politicians play in that there's a little bit of, I'll call it wiggle room on some of the constitutional issues that they get away with, and nobody really pushes it real hard. I mean, like, so many of the things about government that are not necessarily in the Constitution.
True, and I think there's also a good bit of stuff where they say, oh, I'm going to do this, knowing very well that there's no way they're going to be able to do it, but the people they're trying to get a vote for them don't know that either, and they go ahead and vote for them thinking this is going to happen when it never can.
Yeah, my favorite is they're going to get rid of the Electoral College. And I'm thinking, well, if you can get, 2/3 of the states to agree with you, it'll go. But other than that, just shut up.
Is it 2/3 or 3/4?
Maybe 3/4. I've forgotten what the actual rule is. I know it's a lot because they couldn't even pass the Equal Rights Amendment. It's been like 40 years.
Yeah, no, they intentionally designed our system of government to be very inefficient and very slow to change, which is a good thing because when governments are very quick and very efficient to change, you get Hitler.
Yep. Oh, absolutely. No, we really do have a good system. It's messed up. It really is. What is I forget the term. It's like we really don't want to know how the sausage is made because it gets sloppy in Washington.
Amen.
Anyway, anything else for the net, Blair?
No, I think that's plenty. Turn it back over to you. Thanks for doing it. Kilo Oscar 4 Sierra Whiskey.
Very good. That was Blair, KO4 Sierra Whiskey, here in Mount Juliet. Who else is any place, anywhere? We're rounding up a few more. Man, your signal is really crappy tonight. What's up, Hayes? Ah, okay. You're going incognito on the HT. Very good. Everybody all right? Well, he's out of school until after New Year's? Oh, yeah. I remember those days, man. It was nice having those holiday periods off. All right, very good. That was Hayes, November 8, November Hotel Tango. Very, very low signal and very low audio, and that's why I wear headphones. He was on an HT. He's in Hendersonville. Who else? Any place, anywhere?
K4 or BVA was in there.
Kilo 4 Victor Alpha, you in there? You still on your crappy, your temporary antenna? Yeah, it's really rough because you used to have a great signal. Oh man, you should have told me about that because my wife was off Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. She could have come over and helped you. Well, very good. Anything for the net there, Mike? Yeah, I think we're going to have nobody. Everybody seems to be making it through the holidays pretty good. That was Mike, Kilo 4 Victor Alpha, and he's in Hendersonville on his backup antenna due to stuff for construction issues. Who else? Any place, anywhere? Heard somebody bump it. Did I hear somebody else in there? Okay, very good. All right, no one else out there? That was number 18. That was Mike. Had a bigger net than I thought it would be for a holiday week. Anybody else out there tonight before we move on to 2-meter upper sideband? Alrighty. We had 18 in there tonight, which is pretty darn good. And everybody had a reasonably good signal aside from being on HTs and backup antennas. So we're going to move right now over to 144.240, and we'll see you there, K4PW. This is K4PW on the 2-meter upper sideband portion of the net, looking for check-ins from the north. Very good. We've got Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey, Carlin and Bethpage. Who else is north? If there's somebody else in there, I can't hear him. Anybody hear anything? I can't.
Nope.
All right, north or west?
KG4 ILB.
All right, Jack. I knew you'd come through. A nice strong signal from Jack and Donaldson. Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. Who else is west?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
Yeah, also a very nice signal from Greg in Antioch. Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Who else is west? Or south?
Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet.
Oh, man. You're kicking butt tonight there, Jim.
Well, thank you. I'm glad I moved my shack and everything around, the radios, I put in a new desk and stuff like that, and I, got everything, getting everything situated.
Did you get a custom-made desk or did you build one?
I bought one.
Oh, okay, good. It met your requirements?
Yeah, it was L-shaped, and it did all right. It's working out pretty good. I like it.
Excellent. Very good. I'd hate to move all the stuff I have right now. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, it's not fun. It really is not fun. All right, I'll stand by KE4 at TYJ.
Yeah, very good. That's Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet. Anybody who's pointing that he's pointing to north, he's probably making it all the way up to Bowling Green with that signal. It's Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet, and that's Jim in Woodbury. Who else? And he's got a beam pointed towards me, so it's a big signal. Who else is south or east?
KM4YRF.
Very good. That's Michael, KM4YRF in here, Mount Juliet. Who else is west? Or east, I mean? Okay, nobody else east? Stan? No Stan? No Kevin? No Phil? Well, we got to start bumping some heads, man. Who else is north? Or anywhere? All right, we had a little lower than normal. We had 6 tonight, which is unusual. We normally have 8. Sounds funny, but that's the normal we do. All right, we're going to move over to 50.135. 50.135. If you make that announcement back on 415, Mike, I appreciate it.
Will do.
All righty, this is K4PW on the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net on 50.135. Looking for check-ins from, what'd you say from the north? So anybody north? Anybody west?
KO4OTV.
Ah, very good. You got a big signal from Joel up there in west of Ashland City. KO4OTV. Who else is west? KG4ILV. Little, yeah, as always, a little low, but you must be able to hear Joel real well. Yeah, very good. That's Jack and Donaldson. Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. Who else is west?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
Oh, yeah, big signal from you, Greg. Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. I don't remember it being this great. Have you made any changes?
Clean living, stuff like that, yoga.
Oh, and getting a tan.
Yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure. All right, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo in Antioch and in the general vicinity. Who else is south or west or south?
Kilo 4, India Delta Charlie.
Very good. Nice signal there. Which antenna are you using tonight there, Robin?
That's a 6 element Yagi.
Oh, wow. You have it pointed in my direction?
It's pointed west, actually.
I was going to say, because that should be blowing me off my chair if it 6 element Yagi, if it was pointed at me.
Well, stand by and I'll blow you off your chair.
No, that's good. No, I don't need any feedback into my feeble brain.
Coming soon to an not near you.
All right, I'll wait. Come back to me. Anybody else south or east? Very good. We got Hayes in there. November 8, November Hotel Tango. A little low on the signal, but I'm able to copy you real fine there, Hayes. Did you copy me, Hayes? I'm sorry. Was that Carlin? Did I hear you in there? Who was that last station that just talked to? Bravo. I'm sorry. Bravo station again? Am I just copying things wrong here? Have we got somebody else in here on 6 meters? Is K4 or PEW?
KM4 YRF. I'm not hearing anybody hardly tonight.
Really? Oh, man. What are you, just taking turns on bad antennas?
I reckon.
All right. Who else west? Hey, by the way, I got to tell you, anybody who's got a 991 will know what I'm talking. I was talking to my brother on the phone, and I was reaching over, making changes to the radio at the same time, and it makes that, that chirp noise, every time you touch the screen. And he says, "What are you at a checkout at the grocery store?"
That's funny.
It's good. Beep, 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 beep. Anyway, that's Michael, KM4YRF. Is there anybody else out there east? East or north or anywhere? Anybody, any place, anywhere, please come now. Indiana, Illinois, Arkansas, Missouri, Tennessee, who else? West Tennessee, East Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi. Alrighty, we had 7 in there tonight, and I'm gonna close down the. I hope everybody liked that thumbnail I gave to the net tonight. Did you see that, Michael?
Oh yeah, I love that.
I don't know if that's making fun of people who got mental health problems or not, but I don't care. It's not really about that, though. I mean, I just thought it was interesting. Anyway, we're going to move right over to, I'm going to close this down, and we're going to move over to 223.415, but don't tell nobody, because we don't want them to know about it. K4PW, thanks for for showing up, people. Catch you later. Good night. Good night, Irene.